Alright guys, in today's video we have more PlayStation news and information to go over and discuss. Before we dive into today's video though, do me a favor and hit the like button to help this video out and show it your support. And if you are new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I would certainly appreciate it. We're starting here though talking about Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which is a game I'm definitely looking forward to playing, and I think many of you are as well. We have some interesting details about how this game runs on the PlayStation 5 and a significant update to the save transfer system. There's been a lot of not so great conversations surrounding the way Sony has handled the save transfer system in the past, and some people really just don't want to be bothered with it because it can be very tedious and frankly annoying to some. But we have an update here that seems to take care of this. It seems that Sony found a solution and we're seeing it implemented here with Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. But we're going to start here and talk about how the game runs on the PlayStation 5. For those of you who are planning to play it on the PS5, this is reading from PlayStation Universe. A deep dive into the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut performance on PS5 via YouTube channel El Analista de Bits has revealed that the game's resolution mode is recommended, as it not only runs at 2160p but also adheres to a smooth 60 frames per second most of the time. And I actually looked into this myself, and you definitely want to play it in the resolution mode in this case because it does pretty much consistently run at 60 frames per second across the board, and 2160p, for those who aren't aware, is native 4K. Continues by saying there's also a performance mode to tuck in as well, which runs at a lower resolution of 1800p, but is also locked at 60 frames per second. However, the technical breakdown reveals that the resolution mode also manages to churn out 60 FPS reliably, which is good to hear. So it's pretty interesting to see these results. It makes you wonder why exactly this performance mode was put in here. I guess maybe if you want to ensure that you don't have any dropped frames in any scenario or any instance, then you would want to play it on the performance mode at 1800p. But I don't know, being able to run the game at native 4K and have it stay at a pretty stable 60 FPS, only dipping, by a couple frames here and there occasionally, that to me sounds like the preferable way to play it. So if you are planning to play this on your PS5, maybe you can let me know down in the comments below whether or not you're going to play it in the resolution mode or if you're going to play it in the performance mode. And I also want to let you know that this same YouTube channel that analyzed this game and did a deep dive, they're also letting us know that there are essentially no loading screens inside Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on PS5, and that anytime there is loading, it takes no more than 2 seconds. This includes when you're starting up the game or when you are fast traveling. I think a lot of people were already pretty impressed with how quickly you could fast travel in some instances in Ghost of Tsushima on PS4, but obviously Sucker Punch has taken it up a notch. This is something we continue to see, and one of the biggest benefits of the PlayStation 5 is how, in a lot of cases, there's just no loading screens, and things like fast travel are instantaneous. So this is definitely something that is welcome with the PlayStation 5 version of Ghost of Tsushima, and it does, again, take advantage of the DualSense features such as the haptic feedback and the resistance triggers, so that's going to be there as well. But we're going to talk about the save transfer system. This is reading from VGC. The title reads, Ghost of Tsushima PS5 finally improves Sony's complicated PS4 save transfer process. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut has made a welcome change to how first-party games handle cross-gen save transfers. As confirmed in VGC's Ghost of Tsushima PS5 review, the new-gen version of the game has a main menu option that allows players to transfer their PS4 console saves either direct from the console storage or a USB stick. PlayStation owners will likely welcome this simplification of what was previously an overcomplicated process to access their last-gen saves for cross-generation games. Until recently, many games, such as Marvel's Avengers, required players to have the PS4 version of a cross-gen game installed on their PS5 or return to the PS4 hardware version and manually upload their save to the cloud. This meant that players who had deleted their last-gen game would need to download it fully, update it all over again, just to transfer their save data. The process was unsurprisingly criticized as being unnecessarily lengthy, especially compared to the setup on Xbox, where smart delivery has meant that save data automatically transfers between versions. And so that's obviously something that Xbox players have really enjoyed. And You know, we at first I think didn't really think too much about smart delivery, and we're like, oh, that just seems like a glorified marketing term. And then once we actually saw it in practice, we're like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Hopefully Sony can do something similar. It continues by saying Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is the first Sony published title to adopt the more simple PS4 save transfer process, but EA's Jedi Fallen Order appeared to be the first third-party title to use the method when it was released earlier this summer. In addition to making save transfers easier, Ghost of Tsushima's PS5 edition will automatically unlock trophies that were previously unlocked in the PS4 version. So I definitely wanted to be sure to let you guys know about this, because not only is this great for anybody who is looking to transfer their save from the PS4 to the PS5 for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, but this is obviously something we're going to continue to see from Sony's first-party games going forward. And it does highlight here that there was a third-party title that did implement this as well, being Jedi Fallen Order. So hopefully going forward, this is something that we can kind of look forward to and honestly come to expect, where anytime there's a save transfer process when it comes to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, it will be as simple as it is here, which is just pressing a few buttons on your controller and there you go. There's no extra work required. So definitely glad that Sony took care of this. Moving to the next topic, we're talking about Gamescom 2021, which is happening next week. This is an event that I think many of you are looking forward to. Unfortunately, as of right now, it's been confirmed that Sony will not be partaking in Gamescom 2021, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't see something PlayStation related show up. I say this because many of Sony's partners will be there, so there could be something, but nonetheless, I do think we're all going to be tuning into this to see some new game reveals and hopefully some new gameplay. So this is reading from VGC. It says Gamescom 2021 organizers have revealed new details about next week's event, including a show program featuring over 70 developers and publishers. The event will kick off on Wednesday, August 25th with an opening night live showcase including over 30 games. We're delighted to produce another Gamescom Opening Night Live, which will present more than 30 games from across the industry this year, said event host and producer Jeff Keighley. The community can look forward to new game reveals, updates on the most anticipated games, and other surprises with guests on stage and much more, all live streamed for fans around the world. So this is obviously something, again, that we're going to want to tune into, regardless of whether or not Sony does show up to some capacity, whether it's through their partners or something else. It's seeming unlikely that Sony will partake in this in any way, shape, or form, but there's still going to be a lot of games here that are revealed and talked about, and I think we're definitely going to want to pay attention to it. I would assume that at the very least we could get an update on Death Stranding Director's Cut. We know that Hideo Kojima has been working on a trailer that he's been putting a lot of work and time and effort into, and considering how close him and Jeff Keighley are, I could see him wanting to show that off here. So we'll have to see if we end up getting that or not. Let me know down in the comments below if you plan to tune in and watch Gamescom Opening Night Live. I will be streaming it, so hopefully if you do decide to watch it, you'll come hang out with me and we can watch it together. The next topic we're discussing has to do with a new PS5 specific SSD that was announced by Team Group. So this is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, and it says Team Group has unveiled the T-Force Cardia A440 Pro Special Series M.2 SSD with the industry's first ever graphene heatsink technology. The expansion, which is created specifically for the PlayStation 5, will launch in October. The T-Force Cardia A440 Pro Special Series will be available in 1TB, 2TB, 4TB, and 8TB variations. According to a press release, the M.2 PCIe 4.0 SSD can reach read-write speeds of up to 7.4 GB and 7 GB respectively. It goes on to say that the unique graphene heatsink technology is an innovative patent technology researched and developed by Team Group that integrates products of different characteristics and was recently awarded a U.S. invention patent, the company wrote on its website. The T-Force Cardia A440 Pro Special Series M.2 SSD being announced today is equipped with an all-white graphene heatsink to complement the PS5 aesthetics and deliver an exquisite visual gaming experience. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the price of this SSD. They haven't revealed it yet. I would assume that it's going to be similarly priced to other compatible SSDs, maybe a little bit more expensive. a little bit cheaper depending. But what is interesting about this is how they are emphasizing this is an SSD that is specifically tailored and made for the PlayStation 5. We haven't really seen that. I don't know that that makes it any better or any worse, but it does kind of add that layer to it, right? Where it's like, well, we could just buy a regular compatible SSD and it'll work just fine, or we could buy this SSD that was specifically tailor-made for the PlayStation 5. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. Aesthetically, they're trying to make it match the PS5, which I don't think matters that much because it's going to be inside of the PS5. But, you know, I appreciate what they're going for here. And it's cool, right? It's cool to see manufacturers really do seem to care about offering these different options and, you know, trying to put this out here, because I think as time goes on, more and more PlayStation 5 owners are going to want to invest in an SSD expansion. Maybe not right now, maybe not even this year, maybe not even next year, but eventually you have to imagine it's going to become a thing that more and more people end up investing in, especially as the prices of these SSDs become, you know, lower and cheaper. So yeah, let me know what you think about Team Group's specific SSD that is made for the PlayStation 5. Let me know if that's something you may end up picking up. We're moving on from that and talking about a price cut for the PlayStation 5, specifically in Brazil. This was something recently that Sony announced, and this is reading from PlayStation Universe. And it says Sony has announced plans for a PS5 price cut in Brazil, with both versions of the console and its accessories being reduced. The PS5 Standard Edition will drop from 4,699 Brazilian real, that is the name of their currency, to 4,399 Brazilian real, while the PS5 Digital Edition will fall from 4,199 Brazilian real to 3,899 Brazilian real. As it stands, the console is unlikely to drop in price in the US or Europe just yet. That's not all though. Sony has confirmed that a number of key PS5 accessories, including the DualSense controller, have been reduced in price. And so I'm not going to read every single price reduction here for every single accessory. I will have this link down below though, so if you are interested, you can check it out. And yeah, pretty much across the board, Sony decided that specifically in Brazil, they are going to slash prices of not just the console, but every single accessory. As this article states, it is unlikely that this is something Sony will end up doing in the US or in Europe. In fact, I would not expect it at all, but you never know. You never know. They're willing to do it for Brazil. Maybe they'll do it for other regions as well. It just seems highly unlikely, but I don't know how many people watch my channel are from Brazil or live in Brazil, but I figured that this would be worth taking a minute or two here to cover and let you guys know. So we'll have to see if Sony decides to cut the price of the PlayStation 5 and its accessories in other regions, or if it's just gonna only happen in Brazil. But moving on from that, we're talking about Koei Tecmo confirming that Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water will be a free upgrade on PlayStation 5. So if you do have a PlayStation 5 and you want to play this on your PS5, you will be entitled to a free upgrade. This is something that we love to see, obviously. So this is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle. Koei Tecmo took to Twitter to confirm that the upcoming Fatal Frame Project Zero, Maiden of Black Water's PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions will be free for those who own a copy of the game on last-gen consoles. Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water will release on October 28th. The upcoming title is an enhanced version of the 2014 Wii U game. So I just wanted to take a moment to let you guys know about this. I don't know how many of you listening to this are fans of Fatal Frame, and it is interesting to me that this is a Wii U game specifically that is being enhanced. But nonetheless, if it is something you're interested in and you do plan to pick it up on your PS4, you will be entitled to a free upgrade on the PlayStation 5 if you do end up upgrading your console. But we're going to move on to the next topic, which is once again covering the Grand Theft Auto Remastered Trilogy, which I think a lot of us are under the impression that this is going to be releasing this year, but we now have a report from a very reliable insider claiming that it's actually not going to release until sometime in 2022. So once again, reading from PlayStation Universe, Take-Two will release the long-rumored GTA Remastered trilogy at some point in 2022, according to respected leaker Tom Henderson. While the remaster collection has yet to be officially announced, Henderson claimed that it won't be released until next year rather than October or November, which is the time frame that has been suggested. We'll just have to wait and see if that pans out. And so that's pretty much all the new information he gave us on these remasters. He's saying that I wasn't going to mention the GTA Remaster trilogy because everything I've heard has been covered. The only difference is that I don't believe the launch time frame is correct. And so what that implies is that it's not coming out in 2021, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. Actually, at this point, I'm beginning to wonder if GTA 5 for PlayStation 5 and for the Xbox Series consoles, I'm starting to wonder if that's even going to release this year. It's supposed to, and we haven't seen or heard anything about it. So maybe there's a chance that that will get delayed into next year, and with that, these GTA remasters will be delayed as well. That's just pure speculation on my part, though. But for those who are not familiar with this leak or this GTA trilogy remaster, it's been all but confirmed. I can't say it's been officially confirmed, but there have been multiple reports corroborated by multiple insiders. It's a real thing. It's going to be announced probably sometime this year. It's a remaster trilogy of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So we already know that Take-Two has alluded to multiple remasters and remakes that are in the works. Apparently, these are 3 that are happening. So you can let me know down in the comments below whether or not this is something you're excited about. Were you thinking it was going to come out this year? Are you surprised to hear that it might not come out until next year? Let me know down in the comments below. But we're going to close out this video talking about everybody's favorite upcoming PlayStation exclusive, Goodbye Volcano High. Now, obviously, I'm being a little bit mean towards this game here, but you know, I have to imagine some people are looking forward to this game. I'm sure it's going to find its audience, but I want to let you know that it has been delayed into 2022. Again, a recurring theme we are seeing with games that were set to launch this year. They're all, not all of them, but a lot of them are seemingly being delayed into next year. This is just another one to add to the list. Co-op's narrative adventure Goodbye Volcano High has been delayed. Instead of releasing this year, it's now slated for 2022. Along with global events causing a delay, the developer also confirmed that the narrative has been rebooted and is now being handled by Sweet Baby Inc. It's been a really hard year for many reasons, and the mental and physical health of the team has to come first. We don't want to crunch, and we don't want to put ourselves in stressful situations to finish a game by 2021 when we can take a little more time. They do confirm here that the story was rebooted, or the narrative was rebooted, in June 2022, and that they will have more fun updates in the coming months. So for those who are looking forward to this title, unfortunately, just like many other games, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I do find it interesting that they're saying the narrative was rebooted, so they're being pretty transparent there, letting us know that that's one of the reasons for it. So yeah, I can't say that this is a game I'm looking forward to, but again, I'm sure it's going to find its audience, and yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit long for that one. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Again, please leave it a like if you did. Make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.